everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is day 2 of opening up Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and we are going to continue off with this here Magic the Gathering bundle. Let's go on ahead and crack into this garbage. Oh, that's a pretty box. They got you a little loot. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. I won't keep it, but it's interesting. Into the box. Alright, so we're going to open this here bundle. Look at all the goodies that comes inside. It's pretty neat. Those are different kind of counters. +1/+1. Ooh, and a Tiny Bones card. I might actually just plop that one out. Is the Rakdos a big one too? Yeah, the Rakdos is a big one too. So we'll go ahead and pop them out. I usually use stuff like this as like dividers in my card boxes. So we'll just keep those off to the side. Into the bowl. Alright, now what kind of die did we get? Oh, that's a pretty big one. Oh man, that is crisp too. They didn't skip out on the process this go around, did they? I really like these dice. Alright. That's the box. Oh, they built the little things in on this one. That's pretty cool. So it sits even. Neato. Alright, don't matter. What is the promo that came with this one? Oh, we only got one of these lands in the last one. Those are gorgeous. I really like these. I like the swamp especially. The forest. Right around there. You don't see it until you just like really get up on it and look at it. But yeah, that's pretty neat. It's the lands. This is the promo pack, I'm assuming, with the foil lands. Key to the vault. What does the key to the vault do? When an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may exile a non-land card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost. It's pretty neat. Pretty art, though. And then they got the foil lands. Yeah, those are pretty cool. I'm going ahead and stuff them over there. Put them back in the box. Who all misses the little dividers they used to put in the boxes with the bundle? I know I kind of do. And we do have some penny sleeves to protect the pretty cards. So let's go ahead and start out with Stop Cold, Outlaws Fury, Jailbreak Scheme, Steer Clear. Yeah, that's a pun if I ever seen one, because it's a bull. Quick Draw, Ariette's Lullaby, Deadeye Duelist, Outlaw Stitcher. It's one of those zombie cards. I'm actually holding all those. Make Your Own Luck. That's an interesting one. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may exile a non-land card from among them. If you do, it becomes plotted. Put the rest into your hand. Oh, that's some pretty good card selection. Return the Favor. Girid, Mirror of the Wilds. Who all else was kind of surprised of all the legendaries in this set? I know I was. So that's a rare. Decimate. That's a pretty cool rare too. Oh, the Rapacious, the Raucous Entertainer. I needed this one for Philath, because I'm play plants. That one's a pretty good one. Forlorn Flats. And what is this one? Cruel Ultimatum. That's pretty good. Pretty cool little art card. Tumbleweed Rising. Black Snag Buzzard, Slickshot Vault Buster, Bridled Bighorn, Prickly Pear, Sterling Keykeeper, Getaway Glamour. Another one of the entertainers. Full Steam Ahead. Duelist of the Mind. I covered this one in one of my videos. Power equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. Oh, wow. We got a freaking Lotus Ring. Let's go. That was actually very nice. Very nice. Let's go on ahead and throw that in the sleeve. Oof. Tight fit. And then we have Decisive Denial and a Bristle Pack Sentry. It's a plant wolf. As long as you control a creature with power 4 or greater, it can attack as though it didn't have defender. It also can, if you're playing Phylath, it's a plant, so you can put the counters on the plant and make it its own target. There's a land and there's a arena trash card. Alright. Bridled Bighorn, Prickly Pear, Snakeskin Veil, Corrupted Conviction, Geyser Drake, Conduit Pylons, Cunning Coyote. We still haven't gotten the other one, and I still haven't found one either. Gem Lightfoot Sky Explorer, Rise of the Vermins, Requisition Raid. For a single blue, +1, you can destroy target artifact, +1, you can destroy target enchantment, or +1, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. Wow, that's actually kind of political. Oh, we got a Bloomin' Marsh. That one's actually pretty cool. Journey to Nowhere. A Trained Arnix. A Lonely... I don't know how to pronounce that. That one goes in there. We don't have a token. That Bloomin' Marsh is pretty, though. I'm glad to see the Fast Lands getting a reprint. I don't know how much they'll serve us in, in the standard meta, but, So, starting back off with the Silver Deputy. Trained Arnix. Explosive Derailment. Voracious Varmint. Nezumi Linebreaker. Peerless Rope Master. Lazav, Familiar Stranger. That's a pretty cool one. Visage Bandit. Tomb Traveler. Stingerback Terror. Flying and trample for 4 mana, 2 and 2 red. It's 7/7. It gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. It's not a bad dragon. Ooh, Memory Vessel. I like this one. For 3 and 2 red, it's an artifact. You can tap it, exile it. Each player exiles the top 7 cards of their library until your next turn. Players may play cards they exiled this way, and they can't play cards from their hand. That one's a pretty interesting one. I think I'm going to put that one on the sleeve. Back for More. And a foil Stagecoach Security. And another art card. That one is not as good. Let's keep this going. With the Intentive Wingsmith. Mind Raider. Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Fake Your Own Death. Discerning Peddler. Rates Lullaby. Spinewood's Armadillo. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't have, but Magic doesn't need another creature type. Come on now. Oh, they got a new squirrel. That's interesting. It's a white squirrel. We had squirrels in Wildsville Drain. It was a few of them. But, it's not bad. Kind of like them. Return the Favor. Ooh, High Noon. That one's a pretty nice hit. 3 Steps Ahead. That one's also pretty nice. It's a counterspell, a token, create a token or a draw if you need it. It's pretty nice. Anguished Unmaking. That's a pretty good one. And Dust Bowl. Oh, Dust Bowl. We'll put those all in sleeves. That's a token. That's a land. We're going to go on ahead and sleeve all these up. That is a gorgeous Dust Bowl. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then the Anguished Unmaking. So I kind of like this one now. This one's a good opener. Not saying that they'll all be that way, but you know, it is what it is. I think High Noon will see some, not at the moment because you know not every deck is looking for it, but I feel like High Noon will be played in Commander in your more controlling decks. Memory Vessel, it's a hit or miss on Memory Vessel because I feel like if you want to allow your opponents to have cards, then if you want to give them access to the top, that it's not technically cast from their hand or anything like that. Like if you play a Dranith Magistrate, they don't get nothing. Like they can't cast cards from that are not in their hand, so they end up having to either deal with the Dranith before they can even do anything, or they just sit there and pass their turn, or attack and swing and all that good stuff. Do all the things they can do without playing a card. Seize the Secrets. What do you guys think about Jace being Ashiok this whole time? I don't know how I feel about that one. Ankle Biter. Reckless Lackey. There we go. Raymond of Fell Omens. Whenever you commit a crime, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. This ability triggers only once each turn. Oh, it's a cool looking bird. Skullduggery. Dead-Eye Duelist. Marauding Sphinx. Doc Arlock. Grizzled Genius. Huh. Spells you cast from your graveyard or from exile cost 2 less. Plotting cards from your hand cost 2 less. It's pretty cool. Good little plot deck going on. Full steam ahead. Great Train Heist. For 1 red, you can add 2 and a red and untap all creatures you control. But your combat phase, there's an additional combat phase after this. A red and 2 creatures you control get +1/+1. Gain first strike until end of turn. A red and a red. Choose target opponent. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to that player this turn, create a tapped treasure token. That one's not bad. Heartless Pillage. A Peerless Rope Master. Oh, we got a foil card and a foil land and a token. Throw that away. Alright, take the fall. Take up the shield. Iron Fist Pulverizer. Giant Beaver. Desert's Dew. Another Gold Pan. Unscrupulous Contractor. Brimstone Roundup. Binding Negotiations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Caught in the Crossfire. Tiny Bones joins up. What's this one say? When it enters the battlefield, any number of target players each discard a card. Whenever another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, any number of players each mill 1 and lose 1. That's pretty neat. Buried in the Garden. That's a pretty neat one. Prairie Dog. And we got a pretty land. And an art card. That one is Razzle Dazzler. So no big money cards just yet. I mean, I know we got the Lotus, but I'm looking for... I want it to be great for you guys, too. Mine Raider. Dance of Tumbleweeds. Fake Your Own Death. That's our 3rd one so far. Take the Fall. Take up the Shield. Oasis Gardener. Djinn of Fool's Fall. Canyon Crab. Neutralize the Guards. Red Rock Sentinel. That's pretty neat. He's got all the colors of mana, so white, blue, black, red, and green. It's pretty neat. I like how they do that. Another round. Exile any number of creatures you control, then return them to the battlefield under their owner's control. Repeat this process X more times. That's going to be a good card. Fling. And a Badlands Revival. And what is this one? Voice Line. I'm going to go on ahead and sleeve up that another round because that one is the perfect, just perfect for a blink deck. Whether it be Spirits or Brago or anything that really just needs a good blink repeater. I know there's that one commander from what's it called? Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate, and that would do work in that deck. Thunder Salvo, Free Strider Commando, Desperate Bloodseeker, Lone Shark, Vengeful Townfolk. Holy cow, that's another one of them ones I was looking for. The memes. Flash flying when it enters the battlefield. You may gain 2 life and scry 1 for 3 mana. Nimble Brigand. At Knife Point. That was a pretty good one. Hellspur Brute. It's a Minotaur Mercenary. Railway Brawler. That one's a money card right there. They've got some... Oh, and another Memory Vessel. Oh. Murder. And a Stagecoach Sentry. And a Jagged Barrens. And another bird token. So, I say that one was pretty decent. And another Memory Vessel. And a Railway Brawler. So, I think that one. I seen some talk about how this one was expensive. But I just didn't know why. So, let's read it together. For 3 and 2 green, you get a 5/5 Rhino Warrior. 5 mana for a 5/5 will reach a trample. It's pretty good. Solid already. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under control, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is its power. That's pretty busted. Pretty good. Well, I hope you partners enjoyed this here busting of a bundle. Let's get a little recap. I still think that's really good. I'm waiting to pull a Gisa, which is a $12 card. High Noon is pretty good. Anguished Unmaking. That Dust Bowl is gorgeous. Ugh. And Blooming Marsh is pretty too. Lotus Ring. Lotus Ring I think will do some things, but I don't think it'd be great. But yeah, that's a pretty much a good box. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it. I think it was cool. But now that we didn't open the box and said the things, you know what time it is. I will see you partners next time in the graveyard.